How to set up IP addresses for multiple Viridian pump applications. This video was created to help the HVAC professional install and maintain TACO equipment. Please read the on-screen disclaimer before viewing this video. The Viridian pump is a self-sensing, high-efficiency, variable-speed pump with ECM motor that can be monitored and controlled via PC or laptop computer. This video demonstrates how to set up the IP addresses for Viridian pumps when used in multiple pump networked applications. For basic instructions on how to wire, set up, and control the Viridian, please see our video How to Operate the TACO Viridian High-Efficiency Circulator, which is available on the TACO website. Viridian status can be monitored and operations controlled remotely using a personal computer or laptop. Viridian is web-enabled, which means you communicate with Viridian through a web browser. Therefore, your computer must have an internet browser installed, such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, or similar browser. But an active internet connection is not required. The computer must also be connected to the Viridian either directly using an Ethernet crossover cable or connected via Ethernet cable and a router to a computer network, LAN. How to set up the Viridian IP address. To communicate with a Viridian via a PC, Mac, or laptop, the computer's wired internet connection, or LAN, must be changed from a dynamic internet protocol, or IP address, which is obtained automatically, to a static IP address such as 192.168.0.123, which is assigned by the user. This IP address identifies that specific Viridian pump, just as a mailing address identifies a specific house, street, city, and state. As it will be extremely difficult to communicate with Viridian or to control its operation if you don't know either the pump's IP address or NetBIOS name, it is highly recommended that any changes to the pump's IP or NetBIOS name are recorded. All Viridian pumps are shipped from the factory with the same generic IP address, 192.168.0.245. You may continue to use this IP address only if you are using the Viridian in a standalone application. However, if you are operating more than one Viridian, such as in a main and standby configuration and/or when the pumps are connected by a wireless router or building management system, you must change both main and twin pump IP addresses. Each Viridian must have its own unique address, distinct from the address of all other Viridian pumps in the system. In addition to an IP address, all Viridian pumps are shipped from the factory with a common NetBIOS name, which is simply Viridian. You can change the name of the Viridian pumps in your installation to anything you want, for example, Heat Pump 3 or HP3. However, as with the IP address, each pump in the multiple pump application must have a unique name, and you must know the NetBIOS name of the pump to communicate with it. Make sure you record any name change that you make. Setting the Viridian's IP address is done through your computer's control or settings panel. The following instructions are for setting the IP address in Microsoft Windows 7. Other computer operating systems have similar settings. Please review the procedure on your PC before proceeding. Please note that you are making changes only to your computer's settings for a wired network connection. These settings will not affect your ability to connect wirelessly. Also, please note that Viridian requires a static IP address. Many internet providers generate a dynamic IP address for your computer each time you connect. Be sure you set a static IP address per the following instructions. To set the static IP address for one Viridian pump in Microsoft Windows 7, open the Start menu, then open the Control panel. Within the Control panel, choose Network and Internet. Then open the Network and Sharing Center. Select Change Adapter Settings. Right-click on Wired Local Area Connection. In the Properties dialog box, select Internet Protocol version 4, TCP/IP v4. Then select Properties. Select Use the following IP address. Then enter the following number, 192 252.168.0.123. The last three digits or house number can be any number you want from 002 to 244, as long as it is not the IP address of the Viridian. Your computer will automatically insert the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Click OK to confirm the changes you've made. You have now assigned a unique static IP address to your computer or laptop to allow communication with the Viridian. Entering the NetBIOS name, the pump IP address, or twin mode IP addresses is done in the Network Connection Settings page. Please click the Save button after any changes are made. Note that only the last three digits of the IP address will be different for another Viridian pump. Only the house number must be changed. The numbers that correspond to the street, city, and state will remain the same. When setting up parallel Viridian pumps for main and standby operation, the IP address of P1 would remain 192.168.0.245. The twin mode IP address would be 192.168.0.246, or whatever the IP address that has been assigned to P2. The IP address of P2 would be changed to 192.168.0.246, and its twin mode IP address would be 192.168.0.245, or whatever IP address that has been assigned to P1. Please note it is essential that a crossover Ethernet cable is used between each pump. Click Save to confirm the changes you've made. You have now assigned a unique IP address to another Viridian pump. To communicate with a Viridian pump, open your web browser. In the address bar, type the IP address of the desired pump. Or if you have changed the name of one or more of your Viridian pumps, you can type the name of the desired pump into the address bar of your web browser. For example, http://heatpump3. You are now connected to your Viridian and will see the overview screen for that pump. To view the user interface for any Viridian in your system, simply enter into the web browser address bar either the unique IP address or NetBIOS name of the pump. That concludes this video on how to assign IP addresses to the Viridian pump. Please see other videos in this Viridian training series. For additional resources, product information, and comprehensive tech support, please visit Taco on the web at www.taco-hvac.com.